The Guiding Light, presented by Ivory Soap, the most famous soap in the world, and Does, the soap that does everything in your washing machine.
Hello there. Say, here's something you should know about washing machine products. Any good product will get your clothes clean, including the new detergents. But this product, does far more than that. Does a wash like no detergent can. Now, Does not only scrubs out the toughest dirt, Does leaves your clothes softer, smoother, and Does is so kind to your hands. And do you know why? It's the soap in Does that does it. Finer, richer soap than in any other leading wash day product. Now, this towel was washed in Does, and take a good look. It's really clean, really white. And see how soft and fluffy it is? Does leaves it wonderfully soft, softer than any detergent can. And remember, Does leaves your hands smooth, too. No detergent can do all that. It's the soap in Does that does it. And now, The Guiding Light, created by Erna Phillips.
Do sit down, Dick.
I don't think, Dr. Keeler, that you really understand what my mother is suggesting.
But I do, son. Sit down. Now then, you've been to an attorney.
Yes, of course.
And he told you, just as I'm going to tell you, that you and Kathy are married, regardless of what counsel your mother must have received. The fact that Kathy signed the register as Kathy Roberts instead of Kathy Lang is just a technicality. Mind you, there's no use denying. If you wanted to get a divorce, you could, very easily.
I've no intention of divorcing my wife. Surely you must know that by this time, Dr. Keeler.
I know how you feel about your mother, but Dick, she is your mother regardless. A little prejudiced, perhaps, but then what mother isn't about her son? Now, I don't know her too well, but I imagine that she feels you were drawn into some sort of situation without your consent. And she's trying to think of every suggestion she can to get you out of that situation.
But she knows very well that I don't want to get out of it. Besides, I didn't come here to talk about my mother.
Tell me, Dick, the last time you and I had a talk, there was some doubt in your mind as to whether your wife really loved you or whether she was using you.
There's still that doubt in my mind, Dr. Keeler.
I see. I wish I could tell you a few things.
Such as?
But I can't.
There's no reason for Kathy to continue to hold me at arm's length. Unless she really wants a divorce. And if she does...
Yes?
Well, I can come to several conclusions.
Go on, Dick.
Like you, Dr. Keeler, I don't want to discuss it. But this much I can tell you. If Kathy wants a divorce, she can get it. But I don't intend to.
Have you told her that?
Not yet. I don't really want to.
Why not?
You don't believe in divorce, Dr. Keeler?
Certainly not.
She might twist anything I'd say to make herself believe that this was my way of asking for a permanent separation. But I wonder, Dr. Keeler, if you would talk to her.
I'd like to think about that, Dick. You say she's permitted to have visitors?
Well, she's not physically ill, Dr. Keeler.
Well, I may have some time a little later in the week. I could, you know, just happen to be in Carmel. You think Kathy would believe that?
I don't know.
Well, suppose I decide that when I see how she receives me.
Oh, thanks, Dr. Keeler.
I do know this, though. Whatever misunderstanding may exist between you and your wife, it should be cleared up before the baby is born.
Yes. Yes, I'm sure it should.
We'll learn more about this in a moment.
Join the value Jubilee.
Make this year 1953.
Get personal size ivory for your beauty care and save.
You get 4 cakes of personal size ivory for about the same price.
As only 3 cakes of any other leading toilet soap
4?
instead of 3.
It's like getting an extra cake free.
What a value. Why, more doctors advise pure mild ivory for complexion care than any other soap.
Start cleansing your skin regularly and use this handy personal size of ivory. In 1 week, your complexion will have a prettier look. That ivory look.
Remember, when you buy 4 cakes of personal size ivory, it's like getting an extra cake free. So join the value Jubilee.
Make this year 1953.
Save
And save.
on personal size ivory.
And now, back to the guiding light.
Hi. Oh, come on in, Tim. How are you? I'm fine. Sure it's all right for me to come in? Oh, I haven't had any visitors today. What about your brother Joey? Didn't he come back to see you? No, he couldn't come today. What have you got? Where? In your pockets. They're bulging out. Oh, guess. Well, I'm not very good at guessing. Just take a guess. Well, let me see. Puppy dog tails? No. Mice? No. My army. Oh, I should have known. I'm making a little bonnet. Gee, that's neat, but why didn't you put all blue on it? Well... Blue's for a boy, you know. You have pink and blue. Are you expecting twins? No. I just thought I'd play it safe and have blue and pink. I get it. Mind if I set up my army on the floor? No, go right ahead. It's not such a big army, but it's a pretty brave army. I'm sure you men would have to be brave. You give the orders, don't you? Well, sort of, but like Mom says, you gotta let the other guy give the orders sometimes. Well, I guess that's right. You can't win all the time, you know. You have to lose sometimes. Your mom told you that? Sure. Any soldier knows that. He doesn't always have victories. No, I guess not. Sure. At times when they have to accept defeat. Sure. How do they look, Kathy? Mighty fine, I'd say. The only thing is I can never find the enemy. What do you mean? Well, you see, all my soldiers, they're on the side of what's right. None of them on the side of what's wrong. Of course, I could kind of divide them up and say you're wrong, sort of make believe. What do you think? Well, I don't know too much about soldiers. I thought you said that your brother was... Joined the Air Force, yes. Boy, he's just gonna zoom right up in that sky. Yeah, boy. But I'm gonna be down on the ground, like my dad was. I imagine you are. You know, I kind of miss not having a father. Do you, Tim? Uh-huh. You know, the Scouts, they have Father's and Son nights. Mom can't go. They have Father's night at school, too. Mom can't go to that. You know, when I want to talk about things men talk about. Oh, Mom tries, but she's Mom. Of course, I tell all the guys about my dad, what a wonderful guy he was. But it's not the same, like he was there with you. I suppose it does make a difference, but, Tim, there are lots of boys and girls who haven't got fathers. Oh, I know that, but Those other guys, they're not me. You know what I mean.
Yes.
Oh, don't ever tell my mom. I wouldn't want to hurt her feelings. I wouldn't trade my mom for anything.
I won't say anything.
You know, you're kind of little to be having a baby.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. Where's your husband? Does he ever come to see you?
Well, Timmy, he's very busy. He works in a hospital. He's a doctor.
Isn't he ever gone to see his baby either?
Why should you say that, Tim?
Well, you've been here a long time, and he's never been to see you.
How do you know?
I heard someone say.
Well, Tim, whoever told you that, well, they don't understand.
What's the matter?
Nothing, why?
Well, a minute ago you were laughing, and now you're... Guess I'd better go before Mom finds out I'm in here.
Oh, your mother doesn't mind your being here. I told her all about your visit yesterday.
Well, I've got to go anyway. First, I've got to get my men together. Kathy?
Yes?
Will you tell me when your husband comes to see you?
If you like me to.
I sure would.
He's a very wonderful man. He's a soldier, too. He fights disease, fights sickness. Oh, he's a real soldier, just like you.
About face.
Forward, march.
I kind of miss not having a father. They have fathers and sons nights. Father's night at school, too. Mom can't go to them. Mom can't go to them. I kind of miss not having a father. A father. A father.
Father. My baby. Father.
You know, if your wash is just clean, you're missing something. You're missing Does. 'Cause does a wash like no detergent can. Does scrubs out the toughest dirt, sure, but Does doesn't stop there. Does leaves your clothes softer, smoother. And Does is so kind to your hands. It's the soap in Does that does it. Finer, richer soap than in any other leading wash day product. Now, this towel was washed in Does. And look, I wish you could see how really clean it is. Does gets in there and scrubs. And Does did something else for this towel. Has left it wonderfully soft to touch. Softer than any detergent can. And remember, Does leaves your hands smooth, too. Try Does and prove it. No detergent can do a wash like Does. It's the soap in Does that does it. The Guiding Light has been presented by Does, the soap that does everything in your washing machine. And Ivory Soap, 99 and 44 100% pure. It floats.
This is the CBS Television Network.